Welcome to Oh My God, Michael Mack's show. I'm here, Michael Coran, to take Michael Mack's place for this evening. And we have two amazing human beings. We have Anthony Donahoe and Alex. Alex, we'll call him Alex. And we've been discussing for the first hour how Anthony's sperm helped make Alex. And Alex brought...
Somebody's egg.
Yes.
It's a combination.
And Alex, why don't you explain this card you just brought to Anthony?
didn't we-
Well,
we just explain
but this is a new show.
yes.
Oh.
I'll explain this last segment, but very efficiently. I will say this. This is Anthony's right there. All these are Anthony's sperm, but we're just naming this one Anthony because that's the one that made it. And you want to just read what that one said right there?
This was I'm gonna make it, and this is the egg right here. So this piece of sperm here says I'm gonna make it. Gonna go all the way, and it's supported by the other sperm. Long day, like push on without us, or letting this particular.
And then this sperm is very happy, he looked.
Yes.
A little maybe bombed out of his mind, but happy.
Probably
Yeah, well,
maybe
it's
anxious.
kind of a strange situation.
Yeah.
You know?
And there was this big egg.
It's a sense of purpose, though.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So you grow up for 18 years with two Jewish mothers, right?
Yes, that is true.
And are you missing a father?
I think it's interesting to find out. I'd say when I already had, it'd be one thing if there was one parent there, but with two parents, I think it's, at least my experience, is less so.
Oh.
Less so. It'd be just having another parent. It's like you have another person on top of you, for better and for worse. So less so. But I think not having biological male role model in that way. You're more interested in finding things out. I don't think there's the biggest mark of like absenteeism or anything like that, or like I'm lonely, but especially being guy a little bit, it's maybe stereotypically in some ways a little more masculine guy. Not too much that I grew up with two Jewish mothers at the end of the day.
Say that last sentence again.
I mean, not too I mean, a little bit more masculine, but at the end of the day, I did grow up with two Jewish mothers. So if anything, was part of that was a reaction to their personalities.
What was the reaction?
Just my maybe making myself a little more masculine, being like, no, the conversation ends here. No, that's enough. We're taking action. Enough conversations.
So you're an action male.
No, not always, but I think in reaction. Reaction. Yeah. Just because there was, many conversations that I found frivolous. But that's with many parents. It's not just me. So yeah.
So, as you get to know Anthony, are there particular events that are particularly moving to you?
Particularly moving to me.
Particularly, not just moving.
Not just moving, particularly moving.
You went to Ireland.
It was
together?
cool. Yeah, no, it was interesting to go to Ireland with him and kind of see where he grew up, and that it's so completely different than here. So completely different. And small village of street near Cavan.
And it was good that we went to Belfast. I wouldn't have gone. I did go before myself to Belfast, and a previous time I had gone there, a factory blew up at the end of my street. And I saw this hotel that was totally barbed off, the Europa, and it was an opportunity for me, like one day if this is not happening, I want to revisit it. And both he and I went in there to this posh hotel, and we had whatever breakfast or whatever there. But it was really good to go in there. Like that was on my complete list. Let me complete that. Go into this, because I felt like as a born Catholic, I could not go into this sort of Protestant stronghold area. And the fact that both of us went in there, now it was tamer. There was the bomb threats were over, but then it was one of the most bombed out places around, that particular hotel. But it was a beautiful place. But so for me, it was somehow starting something different.
Yeah.
So was this your first trip together to Ireland?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's the only time I've been to Ireland. I've been to
huge.
Northern Ireland.
You used to go together. You had known each other a bit. For how long before going to Ireland?
Was that a few years at that point?
Yeah.
Because there was the whole process, and that might have been before
2 years, 3
or
years.
after I got the Irish passport, or before. I'm trying to remember.
Well, you got the Irish passport. Oh, I see.
I'm
No.
trying to just place time.
That's right. Before
Yeah,
the passport.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember he was giving me instructions when he was leaving Ireland. Don't forget to go get your birth certificate where you were. And I didn't even know where mine was in Ireland. I had to find it and I go through these channels and he said, "Go do that." He gave me instructions.
Here's your mission.
I got it. Yeah, and then when I came back, he could go through the process of becoming a European citizen.
Yeah.
And use that to his advantage.
Yeah, just for work and other things. But the thing I appreciate about Anthony, is like finding out and just like learned about Anthony. More so, it was like in Dublin was that he could, and of course he could, but I just didn't think about it before going. But like one of the memories I had while I was there was just him going in, and it might have been in a museum in Dublin, I believe, and just being able to read Irish. And read a few words and translate a few things from there were some ornaments, trinkets, or in Trinity.
Yeah, the Book of Kells.
Yeah, the Book of Kells.
Yeah.
And so I'd never seen him do that before, and I had no idea. So that was kind of new to me in a different setting, as well as just in general tend to get along in one way pretty well because I think like sense of humor, and maybe at times not taking things too seriously. As well.
Seriously?
Yeah. Seriously, exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly. No,
Okay,
yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. Wittiness picking up, bouncing off.
Seems to me that you both get on better than most fathers and sons at your age.
Well, I think the lack of power dynamic helps.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the fact that we didn't go through. I mean, I'm always, because of my relationship with my father, I'm always a little leery of this father-family stuff. And I feel like the social construction and that we all think is so real, but I guess it's only as real as people are present for, but...
Explain that a little more to...
Well, so go ahead.
Oh, well, and truth be told, like in terms of our relationship, while I may refer, especially with my friends or like other people on occasion, less so when he's in person here, like as a father, I might say that. I'm more see him as like an uncle, like a fun uncle or whatever. And there's the additional thing. Yes, he's a sperm donor. Yes, technically father and all that. But it's kind of that type of friendly relationship, not like I don't know, stereotypical father like coming down on you.
Right,
Like
but you have
more like, I'll actually listen to some of his advice because he has this experience from time to time.
Yeah, here and
From
there.
time to time, yeah. But yeah, it's not this like you better do this now.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
It might be the new thing.
There's a lot of new things these days. Yeah.
It's funny though, because I have a friend who, I have some friends who were the biological father and then got divorced, and the wife was so angry, she never introduced her child to my friend. But they got together at 18 too. When she was 18, and they have a relationship.
Yeah.
But it's more dramatic because the mother isn't happy with it.
Well, yeah, and like truth be told, my mothers were like nervous or concerned because they just didn't know how the situation was gonna go, and now are like very thankful and they like Anthony when they see him. But it was more just I think a lot of it is not knowing.
Yeah,
that's a big thing, and a lot of maybe anxiety from that. They know it's gonna do it anyway. But
when you say that, I kind of think that's kind of life too. Like we just don't know anything in life.
You don't know.
We presume to know all these things
about
about life.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, the great bard of wisdom with the big white beard. And
we know you know.
And his wizarding powers in front of this screen. Yes.
So go on. I interrupted.
Well, I think the not knowing thing is more real than we give it credence for because it's more reality is more that way.
It seems very free.
No, for example,
Sorry.
Go for it.
For example, like all these social issues, we pretend to know how they should turn out. We pretend to be fixed in these transient identities, but the whole thing is transient. The whole thing that we're here is such a transient thing, and we get fixed and oppositional, but no dialogue. We're all like fixed in a kind of neutered way. We don't have any potency in a lot of things. Sorry.
Well, you had enough potency,
Yeah,
I guess,
enough
to get a
potency.
40-year-old woman pregnant.
40 years old.
After an hour and a half,
Trust me, it
subway,
didn't work the first few times.
Oh, she tried to get in again?
Oh, she tried. I'm sure she tried a few times,
You know,
a few
people,
different
I
ways.
think-
I don't know
Alex,
about that.
Alex, I
Yeah.
think if I had a car at that time,
Yeah.
it would have worked faster because it was waiting for a bus,
Oh yeah.
then the 2 trains.
Oh
And
okay.
then the little, then it would have happened faster.
Oh, okay.
But I think by the time you get there,
Yeah.
keeping it warm under your arm.
Oh
Or
really?
the crotch or-
Oh yeah, that was the strange thing. They didn't just do it in a That's the weirdest part.
Nowadays they do it that way. Don't
Yeah,
they?
I know. You just
I'm
go in a
surprised you
room.
didn't do it there, yeah.
Yeah. I guess I don't know.
So your mother chose Anthony?
No, not at all. She was just happy to have a kid.
She just took whatever
She
came.
had a healthy person, they probably did medical history on you. I don't know.
They
You
never
Yeah,
can
yeah,
do
it
that.
tested me for it.
Never
They
met
tested
him.
you, but no. It's not like this insane California cryobank crap. I won't say further because there might be a censor on this program. But no, it's not like. And what eye color would you like for your child?
Yes.
And would you like them to be a Bayesian mix with a pastel hue? It's like it's ridiculous. Like, you want a healthy kid or not? How much do you want it to look like you? Okay, maybe race is involved. If one parent is one
And they were
race or
Jewish,
the
but they
other.
didn't care. Anthony is.
They wanted a healthy kid. I
That is
don't know. I don't know if there was something racially or not because they happened to both be white. But you look white. But other than that, I think it was far less complicated. It was just this is something new. It was a new territory.
And they've taken
back
Anthony
then.
as family. Maybe it's
Well,
not-
with family, again, familiar now.
Yeah.
I'm familiar,
Yeah.
if we use the word, depending on what
Yeah.
you mean by family.
Yeah, I think it helps the family that has extended family already. Like
Yeah.
when a brother-in-law or a sister-in-law is brought in, and then there's room to bring in other people too.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we had brunch a number of months ago, but with his mom's. But that's we don't get together that often. I think we've met, enjoyed each other, and it's there.
Now you said Anthony's in some way, although in some ways like an uncle, right?
Yeah, he definitely has a fun uncle mentality. He's a good dancer.
And you have other.
He's a good dancer. He'll get out and cut a rug on the dance floor.
Really,
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, sometimes. It might even cause him pain, but it'll forge on and hurt tomorrow.
Now you have other uncles,
you.
right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That was
Courtesy of Anthony now. And when I was growing up, I had an uncle that became an ex-uncle from my biological mother's my biological mother's sister's husband, and then they got divorced. So I was actually absent uncle.
Oh, so this is your only remaining uncle?
No, what?
Oh.
He's my father anyway, technically, or sperm donor. But no. There's Lenny. There's a few. Yeah, got a few.
Yeah, I have a
One
couple
in
younger
Ireland,
brothers.
Yeah.
Peter and Leonard.
And aunts. Yeah. He's got. You have
I
5
have,
siblings,
four-
right?
four
Four
siblings.
siblings. Oh
Four
my
siblings.
goodness.
Mary and Pauline.
Yeah. I forgot about
And
the
my
one. I
mother-
forgot about the one that fell off the wagon. I think that would have to do with it.
Which one?
I'm just joking around.
Wagon.
In the street now. I'm just messing with
So
you.
Talking about a real wagon, a horse.
Horse and buggy. Horse and buggy. Yeah.
Horse and buggy, yeah. When I was growing up, they did have a lot of horses, a lot of donkeys, pulling carts. There was very few tractors where I lived. So anyway, but my mother's still alive too. So he's met my parents. Yeah.
So it seems a freer relationship than many of us have with our fathers.
Yeah.
Because we expect a certain fathering, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think I
And you
came
don't-
with those expectations.
And you don't have those. So
I don't
it's
have that.
very-
I never had that from the start.
No,
so you don't have those.
Yeah, we don't have that.
expectations.
We have an affinity,
Yes.
and we get together
Yeah.
when we want to, but it's not out of a role.
Yeah.
Or we're kind of even trying to create the role as we go along.
Yeah.
But there is no. It's more we have an affinity,
And
we're tuning in to each other.
And I'm sure genetics does play a role, and it happened to work out with some sense of humor and certain I'm sure there's mannerisms and stuff like that we have in common,
Yeah.
and that just makes sense evolutionary,
That's
biological.
true.
This.
That is true.
And this is Anthony bringing someone into the conversation. You got to come into the conversation. Come with me. Come here, Michael. You belong here, Michael.
We could adopt you since all these
Yes, exactly.
things are breaking
Yes.
down.
Oh,
You're gonna be
oh, what a show. Oh, good. I actually do adopt people.
Do you?
I know, yeah.
But
I'm
as
not
you go through your
surprised.
second childhood, you may need some new parents. We could be an alternative reality.
I will
His
say-
uncle, his.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Let's keep it weird.
Oh, I live very weird. I'm sure.
Take all the help I can get.
So what's the name of the show again?
This is called Oh My God.
Oh my God,
oh my
Jesus.
God. Well, yeah. Jesus.
Jesus right here. Okay.
In Mexico, son.
So is this a religious show, a spiritual show?
Usually, my friend Michael Max.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Spirit becoming flesh?
If you like.
Or just keep it disassociated?
Sure, coming. Well, we will get back to you and Alex, I think.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's your show.
No,
Take
it's,
us on our voyage.
yeah, so it seems like you're connected for life, though. It seems.
We're not putting pressure on each
Well,
other.
yeah.
It seems if we are, we go with it, and if it's
Yeah.
there, it's there.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
bad. And keep it real.
Yeah.
I love it. I do the same. I have adopted someone as a granddaughter.
Oh, nice.
But we don't know what that means, and
Oh,
we
okay.
both agreed. And,
Okay.
and
Is there funding involved?
Yeah.
is it funding? No.
No.
Unless in my car. It was nice.
Yeah. There's not this dominance like there will be blood going. You are my child.
No.
You are my child.
It seems very free. So we have 10 minutes. Is there any subjects you'd like to explore about this?
We have 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I was curious, and this might not fit, but I've had a tough relationship with my father, and a poem I read at his funeral, I thought I might just read it real quick.
Sure.
If that's okay?
Yeah, go right ahead.
And we'll see if there's anything in there with us. So-
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Sure.
So this is from Rilke, and it's the Swan, and of course, it's gone. The swan is gone. So that's that. Oh, here we go. This clumsy living that moves, lumbering as it ropes through what is not done, reminds us of the awkward way the swan walks, and to die, which is the letting go of the ground we stand on and cling to every day, is like the swan. When he nervously lets himself down into the water, which receives him gaily and which flows joyfully under and after him, wave after wave, while the swan, unmoving and marvelously calm, is pleased to be carried each moment more fully grown, more like a king, farther and farther on.
Wow, with a pun on father.
Yeah, I'm playing the sound. Yeah. Anyway, just wanted to acknowledge him and trying to connect with him after all is said and done, and release any stuff from the past. And he is my ancestor now, so positive connection.
Why don't we hear Alex? Would you like to read that?
I can read it if you
Yeah.
want. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine. Pull it up. Yeah.
Going to take a moment there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, Alex, would you know how to get that back? Or?
Is it online?
Oh, it's
yeah.
on. Okay, so I got it.
Yeah, just.
There we go.
All
I got it right. Yep.
Cool. Yeah, sure. This is the beginning, right? Okay. All right. This clumsy living that moves lumbering, as if in ropes, through what is not done, reminds us of the awkward way the swan walks, and to die, which is the letting go of the ground we stand on and cling to every day, is like the swan when he nervously lets himself down into the water, which receives him gaily and which flows joyfully under and after him, wave after wave, while the swan, unmoving and marvelously calm, is pleased to be carried, each moment more fully grown, more like a king, further and further on.
Wow.
Wow.
It resonates. Huh?
So, Anthony, why did you pick this for your father's funeral?
Well, I was playing on, Alex read it correctly, further and further on. I like his tone too. His tone of voice was seemed more present than mine. But I further and further on, we had a lot of distance between myself and my father, had a lot of distance. I stopped talking to him when I was about 5, but...
For how long?
I kind of connected with him a little bit after in my 30s, after I did the donating and stuff like that. So it's kind of around the same time. I was trying to build but we've had the habit of distance. So, and he didn't have his father either. He didn't know his father till I think he met him in his 40th year. So there's always this distance fathering thing going on. So I kind of see him now as my ancestor, and I want to connect what is good about him and claim territory that I've resisted before. And
Can you explain that a little more?
yeah, like there's this idea that I'm not this, I'm not my father, whatever he is, I'm not. So it's kind of that takes up a lot of energy. So I'm just letting that go to say I am him too. You know, he's in me. I feel myself there as well. So why put energy into resisting this male part of my reality? You know, and also channel it in whichever way I want. But anyway, and also it takes energy to hate someone and dislike them. It takes too much energy.
So you've given that up?
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
And why the poem The Swan then?
I read that at his funeral.
And why did you pick that again?
There's something about letting go of the body, or like the clumsy living and then going into a place where something else carries you. Instead of pushing ahead, there's something else. The water carries him. So something about the grace of the situation. And I said father and farther on, just to play on the sound father. And Alex said further and further on. But the further and further on is a pressing, more and more being carried, more and more grace, just letting go. So there was something about that I kind of like about that interpretation.
Is there any...
This is a translation by Bly.
Robert Bly?
Yeah, who I met a few times, yeah.
So you can ignore this question. Is there... It seems like you accept him now.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any love, or is that a silly question?
Love? There's care and connection, and love is used in so many different ways that it seems like a superficial word.
And you did care for him when he was dying.
Yeah, that was I got angry. I got very angry on his behalf because I thought he was being mistreated. So I think he lived a good bit longer than he would have otherwise. Yeah.
Oh, for your caring for
Yeah, I
him?
changed the care system around, got him out of it. He was put someplace, I got him out of there, a few things. So yeah, made some strong care at the end. Yeah.
And were there words or ways that you connected to him at the end?
Well, I put my hand on him and I said if anybody comes near him, and I was healing him as I was touching him, if anybody comes near him, I'm going to let you have it. That's it. So I kind of protected his territory because I thought people were rushing him along and affecting his nervous system and hurting him. So I felt like I had to step in physically, and I just felt all this power. I don't know if when I touch him, he was a angry guy at times, so I felt like, wow, where am I getting all this? So, but it felt like something transmitted in that moment, and I felt like a vicious dog if they were going to trespass on the property of him. Yeah.
So he got a caring
I thought that there was a certain impersonal way of treating someone of a certain age.
That they were doing that.
Yeah.
And you stood up for your dad.
Well, yeah. I mean, it called for it. Yeah. So it called for it. I mean, it wasn't like the moment called for it wasn't like I was. You know, I think knowing you would have felt it too. So it's nothing.
So it seems that you created this relationship with Alex without that father energy when you were getting to know him.
Well, that father energy can be pretty abusive.
Yes.
Yeah, and totally
keep
taking over someone else's reality in a physical way, in a dominating way. Which is, I'm happy that didn't go on between us. Really, because you can destroy a person that way. It takes them a long time to recover.
Yeah, that energy was never there from the start. It wasn't in the frame. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a real gift. This is like a nice gift.
Yeah.
I'm going to cry. It's very beautiful. We have 2 minutes. If there's any last words or event between you that you would like to share.
I think it's like, I don't know. It's like anything for me. It's like a lot of, it's like a lot of people know. It's like family's what you make it. You know, whether it's Anthony finding each other, you know, this many years later, or whether it's like I travel a lot, so whether it's like friends on the road and people that you can go through trials and tribulations that will be there for you. At the end of the day, even if it's only for a short period of time, that might be your family for that period of time.
Yeah. And this one seems to be for a much longer period of time.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, we're not
operating
operating out of obligation.
We're not. This is a choice. This is a choice. This is a
I
choice.
love creating relationships that way.
Out of obligation?
Yeah.
No,
Out of freedom. Out of freedom, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Loving freely. I love
Yes.
those 2 words. Well, we have, do we want to end with a song? We have 50 seconds.
That song?
Yes, anybody?
Oh, what like song? Is that
I
him?
think you might have a song that's
Yeah.
appropriate.
I don't think
if
I
you
do.
will.
Give a handy hymn. Father's Day, a hymn.
A hymn? Oh, a hymn?
Hymn for Father's Day, hymn.
We have 30 seconds to hum. It's a long time.
I can't hold my breath that long.
No, keep hymning.